So that's the forecast. Carrie Lee, back to you.
All right, thanks so much. All right, what if you could reach the other side? Talk to family members, loved ones, people from your past. Matt Fraser is a psychic medium and the author of the book, The Secrets to Unlocking Your Psychic Ability. He joins me now. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
Well, good to have you back. Last time you were here, we had a big response. People were really interested in you, what you do. Remind people again how this gift came about, how you discovered you had it.
Well, my grandmother had this ability, but back in the day, nobody was allowed to talk about it. My grandmother did this back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. It was kept, close for just friends and family members. Nobody talked about being psychic or being a medium or talking to the dead. And when I was growing up, I too was seeing and hearing the departed. And, later on in my teens, I decided to run with it. I realized it wasn't something to be afraid of like I was when I first discovered I could see and hear dead people.
And since then, you've written a book, you're packing, in fact, you have a bunch of sold out shows coming up.
Absolutely.
Clearly people are very, very interested. And you describe yourself as having a different brand than some of the other mediums and psychics, or so-called claimed medium and psychics. What is the difference between your style and you and them?
Well, I like to be to people a resource or a tool that they can use to talk to somebody on the other side. A lot of times people pass, and I think the reason why people come to me is because there's so many questions when you lose a loved one. You think, is that person at peace? Can I talk to them? Are they really on the other side? Is there an afterlife? Does heaven really exist? So I like to go and help people to find some of the answers. So many times people are left without saying goodbye. They don't have closure over a person's passing. So what I do is I put that person back in touch with that person on the other side. And I like to bring a lot of healing and closure and help that person to really move forward past the grief process by hearing from their loved one on the other side.
Because that sudden silence is tormenting for so many, isn't it? Just suddenly their loved one's voice stops. It's something that a lot of people, probably wonder, do you just walk around and this stuff comes to you? And you were explaining to me, you always kind of have to be listening because you're not trying to channel it, and you can't channel it. It's just happening around you.
Absolutely.
You're just listening and you're just sending messages.
So those on the other side are always speaking, and when I walk into a room, it's like fast conversations, is that I'll hear, okay, this one had a husband that had passed, this woman over here lost her son, that guy in the corner lost his father, and basically I'll see their loved one standing behind them, and a lot of times I'll feel compelled to go up and pass a message to them and let them know that.
And what is the response?
Well, the response varies. There's some people who are overwhelmed and they're crying, and there's other people who are just, stone-faced and they don't know what to make of it, they don't know what to say, and there's others who are excited. And one woman I was talking to today in the studio about one of her friends that had passed, and I think she just ran away from me. So
because it came out of nowhere, she's like, wait, what's a medium? What are you telling me?
Absolutely. So a lot of people don't realize that, this is something that people have. It's a gift that you can use to connect to the side. But I see it that we all have a way to communicate with our loved ones on the other side. I feel they all use signs to reach us, to communicate with us, to let us know that they're close by, and to let us know that there is life after death.
It sounds exhausting for you to try and live your own life and constantly sort of be communicating for everybody else. Do you ever take days off?
I try to. I feel like the operator in heaven. It's like the phone is always ringing, and when I walk into a place, it's not just one spirit that comes through. I'll have, many different spirits that come through with many, different messages. I try to live as normal of a life as I possibly can.
Normal in quotes.
Right. But it's hard because, I love what I do, and I love helping people and being able to be that person's voice and reach their loved ones here in the physical world.
In our last 5 seconds, people can come and see you at Foxwoods coming up?
So the event in Foxwoods is sold out, but I'm coming back February 5th.
Okay.
Tickets online on my website, meetmattfraser.com, and I'm also stopping by Bridgeport and Hartford, Connecticut for some group readings to help people connect with loved ones that have passed on as well.
All right, Matt Fraser, we're coming back right after this. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you so much.